said from 79 until this present time, the Iranians being puppets of Esau ran their own government. But like I said, you can Google it, 1953 Iranian coup d'etat, and find out what's really going on.
You got something, Mark? Go ahead.
Back in Isaiah 14:6, he who smote the people in wrath with a continual stroke, he that ruled the nations in anger is persecuted, and none hindereth. If I may say this, Elder Tar, and that's why we're dealing with this speech with Ahmadinejad. Now, what was happening is he was just dropping it all, like Elder Tar said. He was just making statements, asking questions. He wasn't pointing the finger. He was just making a point. And you see all them Edomite nations get up and they left. The ones that were still there were the Hamite nations and my Latin American and the Arab nations. They stayed there because they know that what he was saying was true, you know. And everybody's seeing it now. Now the persecution is going to come upon you. It says, "He who smote the people in wrath with a continual stroke, he that ruled the nations in anger, is persecuted, and none hindereth. The whole earth is at rest and is quiet. They break forth into singing. Yea, the fir trees rejoice at thee, and the cedars of Lebanon, saying, Since thou art laid down, no feller has come up against us."
That's some nations as a whole. Since this devil was taken down, everything's peaceful now. Go ahead.
Hell from beneath is moved for thee to meet thee. To meet thee at thy coming. It stirreth up the dead for thee.
Dead are these dead nations that are waking up, that are coming. Let Joel, the 3rd chapter, let the Joel 3:9, let the weak say I am strong. Well, that's what that's saying. Go ahead.
Even all the chief ones of the earth. It hath raised up from their thrones all the kings of the nations. All they shall speak and say unto thee, Art thou also become weak as we?
Let the weak say I am strong. Go ahead.
Art thou become like unto us? Thy pomp is brought down to the grave, and the noise of thy vials. The worm is spread under thee, and the worms cover thee.
That's corrosion, corruption. Go ahead.
How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How art thou cut down to the ground, which didst weaken the nations? For thou hast said in thine heart, I will ascend into heaven. I will exalt my thrones above the stars of the Most High. I will sit also upon the mount of the congregation in the sides of the north.
Yeah, they're going to sit on top of the nation of Israel. Go ahead. In the land in the sides of the north, in North America. Go ahead.
I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High. Yet thou shalt be brought down to hell, to the sides of the pit.
We're in that time of you going down. Because first, the nations have to wake up and find out who the great Lucifer is, who the devil is. So once they wake up, first of all, you have to identify the enemy, the culprit, the criminal. Then once you identify him, just like the feds, they'll do an investigation and get all kind of evidence for years. They'll get undercover agents. Hey, they showed you that in the movie Donnie Brasco. With what was his name? Johnny Depp. He played Joe Pistone. All right, and he basically hung around the mob, and he was like an insider. And they showed in that movie, which was a great movie. All right, they showed in that movie how he would hang out with the mob, and then you see him in front of an old-fashioned typewriter, typing in information. Joe Pistone, FBI report. And I got a little closer, blah blah blah. You know, and they got pictures. Then they said this is the top guy. This is the second in command. This is the third in command. This is the second tier. This is the third tier. And when they knew all their names and got all that evidence against them, that's when they came in on it. Because how are they going to get out of it? Because they got all this information. Because they had an inside guy. So the nations, they woke up to they have all the evidence, man. That's why it's overwhelming. That's why Ahmadinejad did what he did. He said, who are the ones that did this? Who are the ones that went over here? Who are the ones that set this up? You're going to see it in the speech. which a majority of you Negroes didn't even see. You Negroes are fucking in La La Land, man. When I see you niggas and you walking down the street, I try to go on the other side of the street, man. And then certain Jakes see me and they look at me like, this nigga think he better than me. Yes, I am better than you, motherfucker. I'm better than you, man. The Most High set up certain men. The Most High set up the elect, which is better than the average Israelite, man. Go ahead.
It says, they that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee and consider thee, saying, is this the man that made the earth to tremble, that did shake kingdoms, that made the world as a wilderness, and destroyed the cities thereof, that opened not the house of his prisoners? This doesn't fit nobody else, man. There's no...
Yeah, the Chinese ain't not getting Jake. Don't give me that bullshit about the Chinese running the fucking world. They ain't running shit, man. That right now what's going on in China is a credit bubble, and that bubble's getting ready to burst. All right? The Chinese ain't coming over here hemming up Jake, man, and put them... You go to China, let's go to the Chinese prison system. Man, there's nothing but Negroes. It looks like Rikers Island over here. No, that's bullshit, man. The ones that imprison Jake are you devils, man. All right? Go ahead.
It says,
and I can honestly say you are the devil. You have more than proved that you're the devil. Go ahead.
It says that...
That's why when we get your ass, we're not going to hear... Don't give me no fucking sad song, man. All right? like John, what's this guy, what's the dude from England, the faggot singer? Elton John. Didn't he write a song or sing a song called Sad Song? Oh, yeah. Well, that's you motherfuckers, man. You're going to sing that sad song. All right? When all hope is gone, whatever the lyrics are, man. But you're going to sing that sad song like you're going to get a break from us. You're not going to get a break. You're going to get a break from me. You're going to get your head broken, and that grave matter inside your motherfucking skull is going to come oozing out. All right? And we're going to take your women, man. I've been looking at your women, man. I've been looking at your women. They're going to the gym. They're getting nice and they're getting, nice and plump. And I look at that, I said, that's all preparation for us. That's the most I say, and you're going to get that. You're going to get that too. That's going to be the gravy. Go ahead.
That made the world as a wilderness and destroyed the cities thereof, that opened not the house of the prisoners. All the kings of the nations, even all of them, lie in glory, every one in his own house. But thou art cast out of thy grave like an abominable branch.
So you're going to be like a pinball in a goddamn pinball machine. You know what you do when the ball comes out? You whack it. You use the different whackers and you whack it. You know? You whack it from escaping. You got people that's good at that shit. And sometimes the thing tilts and breaks down because you hit that shit. Well, that's what you're going to be. And them whackers are going to be them other nations, man. And we're going to have the biggest whacker. We're going to whack your ass all over the place, man. You're going to get whacked all over the damn place very soon. Like I said, we're not going to hear your sad story. We're not going to say, well, I didn't mean to do it. We're not going to, when the time comes to smack the shit out you, you're going to get smacked. Go ahead.
It says, and as a raiment of those that are slain, thrust through with a sword that goes down to the stones of the pit, as a carcass trodden under feet. Thou shalt not be joined with them in burial, because thou hast destroyed thy land and slain thy people. The seed of evildoers shall never be renowned.
You're never going to come back. You're never going to come back. Now, I'm going to go back to the speech here. Come on.
On a daily basis. 40% of the poorest world populations only share 5% of the global income, while 20% of the richest people share 75% of economic earnings worldwide. More than 20,000 innocent and destitute children die every day in the world because of poverty. 80% of financial resources in the United States are controlled by 10% of its people, while only 20% of such resources belong to the 90% of the population. What are the causes and reasons behind these inequalities?